and he'll be opposed by Wayne Garland for the Cleveland Indians. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock start. Well, Larvell Blanks getting ready to step in for the Indians. This ball game is just about ready to get underway. And one of the most famous people, born on the 25th of this month, along with Barbara Walters and who else? Let me see that, Scooter. Barbara Walters and Juliet Prowse, Red Smith. Here's the Scooter. Phil Rizzuto.
All right, William. Larvell Blanks. And Gullett's first pitch is in there, strike one call.
The only thing about this, Scooter, when they list all these people, they also give ages.
That's what's fair. It's a good thing Red Smith was in there with me, because I'm the second oldest in there. Of course, women cheat on their age, too, you know. A one-strike pitch is in there, strike two call.
Are you saying Miss Walters is not 46 and
yes.
Juliet Prowse is not 41?
Right.
Well, I won't mention your age.
All right, with the moon rising over the center field bleachers, there's a foul off the end of the bat in the Yankee dugout. Still 0-2 on Larvell Blanks. Batting .279, 10 doubles, 4 triples, 6 homers, and 35 runs batted in. On deck, Dave Oliver. High and outside, ball one. Blanks had a 6-game hitting streak stop last night. He's a tough little hitter up there. Sprays that ball all around. High and outside, 2-2. Gullett winds, and the pitch swing and a miss, strike three. So Gullett picking up where he left off in Toronto. Strikes out the leadoff man. And it brings up Dave Oliver. Oliver batting .286. He's only been about 7 times with 2 base hits. No extra base hits and 1 run batted in. Left-hand batter. Fouls the pitch back upstairs and out of play, strike one. Almost a full moon out there. Well, let's hope the weather really breaks. Had a few rain showers just before game time again. Curve on the corner, strike two call. And on deck, Ron Pruitt. Gullett winds the pitch high and tight. Ball and 2 strikes. Rivers way over in left center. And the ball is fouled back on the screen. And the way Oliver swings, he swings kind of late. Looks like he hits most of his shots to left center and left. Roy White way over near the line in left field. Ball and 2 strikes on Oliver. And the curve, he had him stepping in the bucket, but it was a little bit high. Broke right over the plate. Oliver would have taken it, but just out of the strike zone. 2-2. Gullett ready. And another curve line to left field. Dent jump, can't get it. Base hit. White is there. And Oliver, we told you, hits that opposite way. First hit of the ball game. And it will bring up Ron Pruitt. Pruitt batting .301. 10 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, and 32 runs batted in. Chris Chambliss holds first against Dave Oliver. And Gullett comes down to the belt. Pitch is right in there, strike one call. Big Andre Thornton on deck. Short lead by Oliver at first base. Swing and a miss at that fork ball. It's 0-2. Gullett's been right around the plate on each of the first 3 hitters. Gullett set. And the pitch just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield of White, Rivers, and Jackson for the Yankees. Nettles, Dent, Randolph, and Chambliss. Munson catching, Gullett pitching. And the 1-2 delivery low, scooped up by Munson. It's 2-2. Yankees won a thriller last night on a wild pitch by Jim Bibby. Now the 2-2 delivery. High fly to shallow right field. Reggie Jackson moving in. He's under it. And one hands it. 2 men are out. And now Andre Thornton, batting .270. Andre Thornton, built like Mo Siegel. Not as much power as Siegel, though. He's got 19 doubles, 5 triples, 28 homers, and 70 runs batted in.
Who was Mo Siegel?
He was one of the true heroes in the Second World War. We were in the Navy together. You never saw 2 worse-looking sailors than me and Siegel. There's a swing and a foul at Nick Munson. Actually, I don't know how they accepted Mo and I. Both were not big enough. 2 men are out here in the top of the first, the Yankees and the Indians. Got to be a big series for Siegel to be here. He's down in Washington where mostly politics down there. How are things in the... Mo, come on here for a minute. Yeah. How are things with President Carter and the Cabinet and the House and the Senate?
Well, that'll take me 4 innings to explain. We'll go into the president next inning, then the cabinet. If this goes into extra innings, I'll get into the sub-cabinet.
Okay. Well, that is an interesting town.
You know about that.
Oh! Mr. Steinbrenner has just brought us some goodies.
Cut us down in size, though.
Yeah, they used to be about 3 times. I tell you, they've been very lucky. Every time that he has brought these
They've been smaller.
we have won. Well, this will probably be a 1-0 game tonight in favor of the Yankees. 0-2 the count. Beautiful. 2 men are out. Oliver at first base, Gullett to the belt. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Threw him another forkball. Gullett gets 2 strikeouts. There's no runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. At the end of 1/2 inning, the Indians nothing, and the Yankees coming to bat.
Well, the Yankees have 4 remaining games, all at home at Yankee Stadium. They have one more with Cleveland. That is on Thursday the 29th. Then Detroit comes in for the final 3 games of the season. That's Friday the 30th, October 1st, a Saturday, and then on Sunday the 2nd, they wind it up. Boston also has 4 games, so does Baltimore left. This, of course, not including tonight's action. Red Sox play all of their games at home at Fenway Park. They have one more with Toronto. That's tomorrow night. That's on Thursday. Then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Baltimore comes in. They wind up, of course, on the 2nd on Sunday. Baltimore with 4 games left, one more with Detroit. That's their last home game. That's on Thursday. Then they go away, as we said, to Fenway Park for the final 3 games of the season, September 30th, October 1st, and 2nd. We'll be keeping you posted, of course, as usual, on the other 2 games, Toronto at Boston and Detroit at Baltimore. To really make it a race at all the rest of the way, the Yankees, of course, would have to lose this game tonight, and either Boston or Baltimore will have to win. Profitably, of course, the Red Sox have the best chance. The Orioles are 4 games back, the Red Sox 3. What a big gap between 3rd and 4th in the East. The Tigers are 26 back, Cleveland 29, Milwaukee 32.5, and Toronto, the worst record in baseball, 46 behind, 52 wins, 105 losses. The Philadelphia Phillies, who clinched the East on Tuesday in the National League, 99 victories. Kansas City in the American League West, also 99 wins.
Well, we're in the bottom of the first. The Cleveland Indians did not score in the top of the first, and the Yankees will send in Mickey Rivers, Roy White, and then Thurman Munson against Al Fitzmorris. Fitzmorris, lifetime against the Yankees, has won 1 and lost 2. This year against the Yankees, the right-hander is 0-1. Here's Scooter.
All right, Mickey Rivers leading off. Mick did not start last night's ball game. Ankle bothering him a bit, but he's hitting .325. 178 hits, that's the most of any Yankee. 16 doubles, 5 triples, 11 homers, and 67 runs batted in. The Pitch by Fitzmorris. Ground ball off the chest of Blanks, up with it, throws low and into the seats. And Rivers will go to second base. He hit a bullet that Blanks had to play off his chest. He had to hurry his throw with Rivers going. And we'll have to wait and see. It could be a double error. It could be a hit and an error, or it could just be an error.
You know, in defense of Larvell Blanks, basically he's a shortstop second baseman. He's had a lot of trouble in this series, filling in for Buddy Bell and Paul Dade at third base.
You're right, Bill. They have given him an error all the way. After they had a huddle over there with all the sports writers getting together and putting their heads together, they came up with a brilliant deduction that it was an error all the way. And White bunts in front of the plate. The throw to third will not be in time. And White is safe at first. White bunted the ball in front of the plate. Had a lot of backspin. Kendall picked it up through to third. How? I can't figure their reasoning. No, that can't be a base hit. Now, all right. Sacrifice and a fielder's choice, no time at back. If those Huckleberries had given him a hit on that, they'd have had to give Mickey Rivers a hit on his. So the Yankees jumping off quickly here. First and third, nobody out. And Thurman Munson the batter. I tell you, that Rivers makes things happen. The infielders, the outfielders, the pitcher and the catcher try to get rid of that ball too quickly, and that's when they make the bad throws. Thurman Munson, batting .301. 25 doubles, 5 triples, 17 homers, 96 RBIs. He bunts, and Rivers didn't come in. It's a base hit. Now Rivers, holy cow, Fitzmorris had Rivers cold at third. As Mickey came halfway, he was not alert that time. One of the few times that was a base hit. A base hit for Munson. But Mickey Rivers should have scored easily with his speed, but he was not prepared for the bunt attempt by Munson. And the Yankees have the bases loaded with nobody out and Reggie Jackson the batter. Jackson batting .288. 38 doubles, 2 triples, 31 homers, and 105 runs batted in. Good speed on the bases for the Yankees. Rivers, White, and Munson. Fitzmorris, the tall right-hander winds. Pitch to Reggie, high and tight ball one, a good fastball. On deck, Chris Chambliss. And out time is called as Kendall goes out to the mound. Munson still talking with Bobby Cox, his arms folded down there.
You know, Munson's fighting real hard, Scooter, to get 100 runs batted in. He came into tonight's ball game with 96. And I'm sure he wanted Rivers to score, but that might have caught Mickey as much by surprise as it caught Al Fitzmorris and the Cleveland Indians.
That's for sure. Munson is very upset. I'm just starting to say he's asking Cox how come Rivers didn't score. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Jackson. High ball 2-0. No score in the bottom of the first, but the Yankees with a golden opportunity. Bases loaded, nobody out. The right-hander winds, and a pitch, swing and a miss. Cut. Actually foul-tipped the ball into the glove of Kendall. 2 balls and a strike. A weird inning. The Yankees have not hit the ball out of the infield, and they got 3 men on. The 2-1 pitch hit deep to right field. Grand slam out for Reggie Jackson, and the Yankees lead 4-0. Holy cow, a line drive home run for Reggie Jackson, and he now has 109 runs batted in on the year, and the Yankees are out in front 4-0. Well, that's a Getty Garner for Reggie Jackson. the 4th grand slammer of Reggie Jackson's career. And his 32nd home run of the year. 4-0 the Yankees lead. Chambliss, the batter, takes a strike. His first one as a Yankee. Inside, 1-1. Crowd still buzzing. The 1-1 pitch low, 2-1.
Jackson now has 109 runs batted in, Scooter. He's moving up on Larry Heisel, who leads the American League with 116. Bobby Bonds has 115.
All right. Check swing foul. Back into the crowd.
Butch Hobson has 111. Al Cowan's 110. He's having a great year.
Oh, he is.
With Kansas City.
There's been a lot of mention about Cowan's chances for MVP this year. Boy, they got more this year than any other year I can remember. More possibilities. The 1-2 pitch, low.
Jim Rice of the Red Sox has 105. Jason Thompson of the Tigers, 103. He'll be in this weekend. Nettles, 102, and Yaz has an even 100.
All right, it's 3-2 on Chambliss. The pitch, foul below us. City, when those 4 runs go up on the scoreboard up at Fenway Park and down in Baltimore, there'll be more moaning and groaning. The pitch hits to left field. Right there is Bochte and makes the catch. And that's the first out of the inning. It will bring up Graig Nettles, batting .246. 20 doubles, 4 triples, 36 homers, and 102 runs batted in. Nobody on. Yankees 4 and the Indians nothing here in the bottom of the first. Low and outside, ball 1. On deck, Lou Piniella. Outside, 2-0.
Baltimore leading Detroit 1-0, Phil, at the end of 2 innings of play.
Graig Nettles has just hit one in the right field seat, and the Yankees lead 5-0. Holy cow! One of Nettles' patented towering fly balls. The 37th home run of the year for Graig Nettles.
And a Getty Garner for Graig. Still leading Boston 1-0 at the end of 2.5.
By Lou Piniella, the batter, and Lou takes a strike. Piniella batting .336, 19 doubles, 2 triples, 12 homers, and 44 runs batted in. Curve is over, 0-2 to Lou. The 2-strike pitch hit in the air to right field. Going back is Pruitt on the warning track. Makes the catch right in front of the right field fence. We'll pause for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions Radio Network.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
SCN Canal Zone.
It's 7:30.
The 8th Yankee to bat here in the first inning. The Yankees lead 5-0. And the pitch to Willie is down low, ball 1. Randolph hitting .275, 28 doubles, 11 triples, 4 homers, and 40 runs batted in. That pitch hits the inside corner. It's 1-1.
Sid Monge, a left-hander, getting loose for the Cleveland Indians in their bullpen.
All right, the pitch is hit. Oh, off his foot, and that's going to be a base hit for Randolph, and that had to hurt.
That might be all now for Fitzmorris. He pushes or motions Andre Thornton back, so he's all right. Jeff Torborg got there, along with Warfield, the trainer for the Cleveland Indians. The way the Yankees have banged Fitzmorris around, Torborg may take advantage of this to get him out of there before he gets into any further trouble.
Before he gets somebody hurt.
Well, he almost got hurt himself.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to let him stay in. Monge's still warming up in the Indian bullpen.
Well, that's a base hit for Randolph. That's the fourth hit for the Yankees this inning to go with their 5 runs. And it will bring up the 9th Yankee batter, Bucky Dent. Bucky hitting .249 with 17 doubles, 4 triples, 8 homers, and 49 runs batted in. Randolph at first with 2 outs. And the pitch is down low, ball 1. Thornton holding the bag against Randolph. Fitzmorris kicks, delivers, line to left field. Down the line and curving foul. Just barely foul down in the left field corner. So Randolph came all around the bases, around home plate. He'll head back to first, and Bucky Dent, who was down at second, will cut across the infield back to home plate. Yankees 5 and the Indians nothing in the bottom of the first. First 3 Yankees did not get the ball out of the infield, and they all reached first base. A little bit of careless play by the Indian infielders. The 1-1 pitch is popped up in back of first base. Thornton going back and can't reach it. It takes 1 bounce and then into the stands down the right field line. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So Bucky hit 1 foul down the left field line, 1 down the right field line. Time to hit 1 right up the middle. Fitzmorris comes to the belt. And the pitch low, good scoop by Kendall that time. Save a wild pitch, it's 2-2. All right, Fitzmorris back on the rubber. Checks Willie Randolph at first. The 2-2 pitch is lined to left center field. Bochte to his left. He's there. Makes the catch. But the Yankees pick up 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 1, the Yankees 5 and the Indians nothing. Rico Carty will lead it off. Rico batting .283. Don Gullett. Curve is down low, ball 1. Carty has 23 doubles, 1 triple, 15 homers, and 80 runs batted in. There is a foul out of play. It'll be Carty, Bochte, and Kendall here in the top of the second. Foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield deep on Rico Carty, and the infield too. They can afford to play deep. Rico doesn't beat out many infield hits. Foul back of the plate, still a ball and 2 strikes. Graig Nettles playing deep at third and over towards shortstop. They give Carty a lot of the third base foul line. Foul back in the seats and out of play.
Well, Baltimore leading Detroit 1-0 at the end of 3, and Toronto leading Boston 1-0. That also is the score at the end of 3 innings of play.
And by now, they've both gotten word of that 5-run first inning for the Yankees. The 1-2 pitch. Foul this time in the upper deck and out of play. Gullett throwing that fastball, and Carty fouling them off. Again, the 1-2 pitch. And bounce to third. Nettles backs up, big hop. Throws to first, and there's one away. And now Bruce Bochte. Batting .303. 22 doubles and triples, 7 homers, and 49 runs batted in. He's a left-hand batter, and the curve is over, strike call. Foul to our left and out of play. 2 quick strikes on Bochte. The 2-strike pitch. A little bit high. A ball and 2 strikes. Gullett gets the sign from Munson. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, as Gullett picks up his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. That'll bring up Fred Kendall, the catcher. Kendall hitting .251. 13 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 39 runs batted in. Yankees, with those 2 homers, now have 180 homers on the year. High and outside, ball 1. On deck, Rick Manning. 2 out, nobody on here. In the top of the second, the Yanks in front 5-0. Fly ball, right field, Reggie Jackson hardly has to move. And there are 3 outs. Nothing across at the end of an inning and a half. Yankees 5 and the Indians nothing.
The Philadelphia Phillies have drunk victory champagne for the 2nd straight year, but can they prevent that sweet taste from turning sour again? That's the big question. The Phillies, who clinched the National League East title Tuesday by outslugging the Chicago Cubs 15-9, won the division flag a year ago, only to have their season end on a disappointing note when they lost to the powerful Cincinnati Reds in 3 consecutive games and the best-of-5 playoffs for the National League pennant. Philadelphia begins its quest for its first National League pennant since 1950. That's the year of the Whiz Kids. They'll be playing the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium next Tuesday night. And this year, the Phillies feel they can achieve the goal that eluded them a year ago. Says Mike Schmidt, we climbed a bigger hill this year than last year. I feel we're a better club than last year when we had a 15-game lead through most of the season. We had to come from behind this time. Impartial observer, manager Chuck Tanner of the Pittsburgh Pirates feels the playoffs will be decided on the pitching mound. As always, a short playoff, it's the pitching that makes a difference, said Tanner, whose club will finish 2nd to Philadelphia in the National League East. He says, I think it'll come down to Tommy John, the Dodgers, against Steve Carlton of the Phillies, and whoever does the best job is going to win it. The Phillies got a phenomenal year from 25 men. They had to be phenomenal because we had a fine year, speaking about the Pirates. Tuesday's clincher, the Phillies needed 7 runs in the 7th inning to hold off a late surge by the Cubs. It was winning pitcher Larry Christensen who did it. Not only did he pitch, but he hit a grand slam home run.
Well, Saturday is Fan Appreciation Day, with all fans in attendance receiving a thermal mug featuring the 1977 Yankee team picture. The game will begin at 2:20 as part of the NBC Game of the Week package. So that's Saturday here at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees and Tigers, Fan Appreciation Day.
All right, ready to go. Mickey Rivers, who reached on an error his first time up and scored the batter. And Mick takes it low, ball 1. Mel Fitzmorris on the mound. That's outside. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-1. Roy White is on deck. Fastball, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fitzmorris got that ball that dips down away from a left-hand batter. He didn't have it working in the first inning. The 2-2 pitch bounced in the hole to his left. Oliver, one hands it, flipped to first. They got him. Just by a step, but they got him. One away. Now Roy White. Roy laid down a sacrifice bunt, reached safely when Kendall tried to throw Rivers out at third, but didn't get him. Larvell Blanks in at third base. Pitch to Roy is low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch bounced off home plate, coming in Oliver. Quick throw to first. There are 2 out. And now Thurman Munson, who laid down a beautiful bunt and beat it out in the first inning. Thurman batting .302. Two out, nobody on. Yanks in front 5-0, bottom of the second. Pitch to Thurman is in there, strike call. Thurman fixes the golf gloves. Looks like he's got a couple of new ones up there tonight. And the 1-strike pitch, line to right field, but slicing foul back into the stands. Thurman getting that stroke now, Bill, like he had in the World Series.
Hitting the ball the other way. Of course, when he has that stroke, he's an excellent hitter.
Tough to get out.
He waits on the ball so well, Bill. Lets the ball get up on the plate, and it's hard to fool a guy who waits that long.
All right, let's see. Behind on the count now, 0-2. Fitzmorris winds, and the pitch, ground ball right at the second baseman. Hit hard, but Oliver up with it. He made all 3 assists that inning. Thornton all 3 putouts, 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 2, the Yankees 5 and the Indians nothing.
Now 8 for Kevin Porter. He averaged more than 16 points a game last year, appearing in all 82 games. Bing has been named to the NBA All-Star team 4 times.
Rick Manning will lead it off here in the top of the third for the Indians. Manning hitting .219, 6 doubles, 3 triples, 4 homers, 17 runs batted, and takes the ball. Right, 1-1. Top of the third, the Yanks in front 5-0. Line to right field, but right at Reggie, who one-hands it again. That's 3 putouts for Jackson, 1 in each inning here. I tell you, all of a sudden, Jackson's getting a lot of mention as a possible most valuable player candidate in the American League. I heard today Jeff Storborg said if he had to name a man right now, he would name Reggie Jackson on an interview. Alfredo Griffin will be the batter. Griffin batting .148. He's only been up 27 times and fouls the first pitch off, strike 1. He's had 4 hits, 1 double, and 3 runs batted in. Switch hitter. Batting right-handed against Gullett. Slice foul back into the crowd again. The 2-strike pitch. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Gullett. And now Larvell Blanks, who struck out his first time up. And the pitch is high, ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Gullett has really been sharp. He's been ahead of every Indian hitter so far. The 1-1 pitch, foul back off the screen, ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch, foul, upstairs and out of play. On deck, Dave Oliver, who has the 1 hit of Don Gullett. The 1-2 pitch, he held up, and the pitch just high and outside. 2-2. Now the 2-2 delivery. High and outside, 3-2. Two out, nobody on in the top of the 3rd. The payoff pitch. Line to right field. Jackson will play this one on 1 hop. And that's base hit number 2 for the Indians. Gullett kept pitching Blanks outside, and so Larvell went with the pitch. Line single to right. Here's Dave Oliver, who singled to left. He's a left-hand batter who hits the opposite way, and the Yankee outfield will now shift towards left on him. The pitch to Oliver, high and tight, ball 1. Munson now walks out towards Gullett, says a few words, comes back. Ron Pruitt is on deck. Fastball lined, a base hit to center field. Rivers plays it on 1 hop. Blanks stops at second. So Oliver is 2 for 2. 2 line drive singles. And the batter, Ron Pruitt, who flied to right. Two out, 2 on. The Yanks in front, 5-0 in the top of the 3rd. Stretch by Gullett. And a ground ball just foul outside of 3rd base. Gullett threw the forkball and Pruitt got out in front of it.
That forkball got Gullett in trouble up in Toronto. Dave McKay hit a home run off of him.
That's right. And somebody else hit a long ball. Otto Velez. Although Otto thought it was a fastball. Gullett said it was a forkball. A 1-strike pitch. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Munson. 1-1.
Forkball that don't fork is like the knuckleball does knuckle.
Yes, sir. It comes up there like a balloon. Gullett sets. And the pitch low and inside, 2-1. Runners lead at first and second. And the pitch low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Gullett rubs up the ball.
Well, Detroit tied Baltimore 1-1 at the end of 4.
Right. The 3-1 pitch. Popped up. Shallow center. Mickey Rivers coming on. Moving under it. And makes the catch for the third out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left at the end of 2 1/2. Yankees 5 and the Indians nothing. I had a big hand for Reggie Jackson, who hit the grand slammer in the first inning. Also for the Yankee principal owner, George Steinbrenner, received a proclamation from Mayor Beam at City Hall this afternoon. It was prompted by his efforts and the Yankees on behalf of the Urban League Scholarship Fund through the Grambling-Morgan State football game played here at the stadium. The pitch to Jackson, swing and a miss, strike 1. Reggie hit his 4th Major League Grand Slam, his first as a Yankee last time up. The 1-strike pitch, low, almost hit him in the foot. Rolls back to the screen, it's 1-1. Reggie Jackson, I said he gets them in bunches. 32 homers and 109 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch on the outside corner, a ball and 2 strikes. He pulled the string on him. Jackson, one of those players who, when he gets hot, can carry a team for a week to 10 days. Hits home runs in bunches and runs batted in. The 1-2 pitch, a curve, is outside, 2-2. Nobody out and nobody on here in the bottom of the third. The Yanks in front 5-0. A grand slammer by Jackson and a solo homer by Nettles. Curve, ooh, it was over the heart of the plate. Must have been a wee bit high. 3-2. On deck, Chris Chambliss. And now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, Reggie had a big cut. First strikeout for Fitzmorris. And we'll pause for station identification on the New York Yankees Home of Champions Radio Network.
This.
Chambliss lines out to Manning in straightaway center field. Manning hardly had to move for the ball. And there's 2 away, and here's Nettles. Nettles got his 37th home of the year and 103rd RBI.
He's only 1 behind Jim Rice. Rice leads the American League with 38.
That's right. He's tied Bonds now. And 1 behind Rice. And the Red Sox picked up a run, by the way, in the bottom of the 4th. They tied with Toronto 1-1 at the end of 4. Detroit and Baltimore tied 1-1. Pitch is outside, 2-0 to Nettles. Graig led the American League in homers last year. Out under this one, pops it up to the shortstop. Griffin, on the edge of the outfield grass, makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Yankees. At the end of 3, the Yankees 5 and the Indians nothing.
Tom Watson will change to a top-spin serve in the 7th game and swept 17 of the next 24 points to take command.
Well, we go to the top of the 4th inning. Scoreboard crossed me up there, and ready for the play-by-play is Bill White.
All right, Scooter, and Andre Thornton leads off against Don Gullett. Thornton's been up once and struck out, and he takes outside, ball 1. Yankees lead over Cleveland 5-0. 5 runs on 4 base hits. The Indians no runs on 3 against Gullett. Fastball is low, 2 balls, no strikes to Thornton. It'll be Thornton, Carty, and Bruce Bochte for the Indians in the top of the 4th. 2-0 pitch to Thornton. Swung on, popped up behind the plate. Munson coming back, throwing the mask away now. He's under it and dives, doesn't get it. Wynn took the ball away from Munson. He dove at the last moment, and the ball bounced away from him. It's 2 balls and 1 strike on Andre Thornton. Looks like Munson might have lost the padding out of his glove. Still down behind the screen there. Nope, that's a top of an ice cream container. 2 balls, 1 strike on Andy Thornton. Leading off are the Indians in the top of the 4th. Yankees lead 5-0. And as Gullett starts up, Thornton wasn't ready. He backs out and time is called. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off on the upper deck, right side. 2-2. Yankees got on the board in the first inning. A grand slam home run by Reggie Jackson, his 4th career grand slam, his first as a Yankee. Nettles also hit his 37th home run with nobody on in that inning. As Thornton takes the ball, the count is full, 3-2. Gullett Rhines, and the payoff pitch. Low ball 4, Thornton walks. So Andy Thornton on at first base, nobody out. That'll bring on Rico Carty, the designated hitter. Carty's been up once. Nettles throw him out from third base. So far, Gullett has struck out 4, and he's walked just 1. That was the first walk issued by the left-hander. Chambliss will play behind Thornton at first base. The rest of the Yankee infield setting up for 2. And the ball is fouled back upon the screen by Carty. 0-1. Joe Nazi coaches third for the Indians. Rocky Colavito talking to Thornton. Colavito coaches first base. Rocky had dual duties early in the year. Not only coached first base, but he did the television. Did television color for the Indians. Carty backs off a slider inside, 1-1. Nettles wide of the bag and deep to third base. Here's a set by Gullett, and the 1-1 pitch to Carty. On the inside corner, 1-2. Now Gullett goes to the rosin bag. Plants to left foot on the rubber. And sets at the belt. Here's the 1-2 to Carty. Too high with a fastball, 2-2. Gullett trying to keep the ball in on Carty, not away. Rico likes to hit the ball the other way. He likes that ball away from him to go there. Thornton off first, nobody out. The set. The 2-2 pitch to Rico Carty. Swung on, bounced wide of Randolph when he grabs it. Throws to first base, not in time. Willie Randolph got that ball in shallow right. Had a little bit of trouble getting the ball out of the glove. Threw to Chambliss, but not in time to get Rico Carty. Base hit, an infield hit for Carty, and Thornton goes to second. That was a pretty good play by Randolph, right?
It was a good play. Randolph's momentum carrying him away from first base out toward right field, and just a little bit of a delay. And I imagine Rico Carty can count on the fingers of one hand the infield hits he's had this year.
Rico Carty can count on one finger the number of infield hits he's gotten this year. So Thornton is down at second. Carty on at first. No outs. The batter's Bruce Bochte. Bochte's been up once. Gullett struck him out. He bats left-handed. Pitch to Bochte. Swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. Bochte batting at .303 for the Cleveland Indians. 7 home runs and 49 runs batted in. Gullett now set. Checks the runners. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Curve is outside. It's 1-1. Bochte started the year off with the California Angels. Came over to Cleveland, and he's done well for the Indians. Now the set by Gullett. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2, a fastball right down the middle, 1-2. Dave LaRoche would not sign a Cleveland contract. He was sent to the California Angels. Signed over there. Bochte coming to the Cleveland Indians. On deck, the catcher, Fred Kendall. Now Gullett ready. Checking the runners. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Bochte caught looking at a fastball. So Bochte goes down swinging for the second time in the ball game. There's 1 away. Runners still at first and second. And the batter is Fred Kendall, the catcher. Like Bochte was looking for a curveball, Frank, and just got frozen by a fastball.
I don't know. If I'm out there against Gullett, I think I've got to look for that fastball.
All the time. Here's Kendall. Nettles, Randolph at second base. Dent the shortstop. Chambliss the first base. White, Rivers, and Jackson playing straight away in the outfield. Kendall takes outside, ball one.
Roy Howell has just homered for Toronto in the sixth with nobody on, so Toronto is leading Boston 2-1 and still batting in the sixth inning. Detroit and Baltimore tied 1-1. They're in the sixth inning.
All right, Frank Besser. Right here, the Yankees lead 5-0, playing the top of the fourth. 1 out and 2 on. Line center field, that'll fall. And Rivers made a good decoy, and Thornton holds up at third base. Rivers really decoyed Andy Thornton. He's got his hands down as though he was going to catch that ball. Thornton stopped halfway between second and third and had to hold at third, so the bases are loaded. Thornton's over at third base. Carty's down at second. Fred Kendall on at first. 1 away, and the batter's Rick Manning, the center fielder. Manning's been up one time in the ball game. He lined to Jackson in right. Kneeling on deck is Alfredo Griffin, the shortstop. Gullett winds, and the first pitch to Manning. Fouled straight back and out of play. No balls and a strike. The Indians have out-hit the Yankees 5-4. The Yankees have outscored the Tribe 5-0 in the fourth inning. The Indians threatening. Bases loaded, 1 out. Gullett's 1 strike pitch to Manning. Low, 1-1. Nobody getting loose in the Yankee bullpen. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Manning. Swung on, bounced to short. Dent to Randolph. There's one, back to first. In the dirt, but it's caught by Chris Chambliss. A double play. Good play by Chris Chambliss on a short hopper from Willie Randolph. Sides retired. No runs, 2 hits. A man left. Check that, 2 men left. And at the end of 3 1/2, the score, the Yankees 5, the Indians 0.
Well, the Yankees and the Cleveland Indians meet here again tomorrow night, an 8 o'clock ball game. And then the Detroit Tigers come in Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday afternoon, which will wind up the 1977 season. Tomorrow night, Ed Figueroa goes against Wayne Garland here at Yankee Stadium, an 8 o'clock ball game.
All right, Franklin and Lou Piniella leading off against Al Fitzmorris. Bottom of the fourth, the Yankees lead 5-0 over the Indians. On the ground is shortstop. Griffin is right there. Digs it out. Long throw across to Thornton. And they've got Piniella. Thornton dropped the ball, but he'd already taken it out of the glove and was getting ready to throw it to his second baseman, Dave Oliver. And there's 1 out. Piniella bouncing out 6-3. The batter's Willie Randolph. Randolph hit a smash off the legs of Al Fitzmorris and beat it out in the first inning. The Yankees scored all 5 of their runs in the first inning. A grand slam home run by Reggie Jackson and a solo shot by Graig Nettles. The first pitch from Fitzmorris is outside, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery to Willie Randolph. Outside again with a sidearm curveball. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is fouled straight down. Two and 1. On deck is Bucky Dent. The 2-1 pitch. On the inside corner, it's 2-2.
Well, Bill, the home run by Howell, the only run Toronto got to take a 2-1 lead, and Boston got the run back in the bottom half of the 6th on a home run by Carl Yastrzemski. His 28th, 2-2 in the 6th.
2-2 to Randolph, a curveball inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Yankees ahead 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Fitzmorris with the payoff pitch to Randolph. Curveball is swung on and missed. Willie goes down swinging. 2 out. That'll bring on Bucky Dent, who's been up once, line to left. Bucky, a .249 hitter so far this year. 8 home runs and 49 runs batted in. Fitzmorris in the windup, and the pitch to Dent. Curveball, a called strike. Here's a one-strike pitch to Dent. Fastball is low. It's 1-1. Kneeling on deck is Mickey Rivers. 1-1 delivery. Line into left field, coming on Bochte. He'll never get to it. He'll play it on the first hop, and Dent will hold it first with a single. Bucky Dent singling into left field with 2 outs, bringing on Mickey Rivers. Mickey got on an error in the first inning, scored on the grand slam homer by Jackson, bounced out second to first in the second inning. So Mickey's 0 for 2 with a run scored. He's batting a .324 on the year for the Yankees. Now the set by Fitzmorris. And the pitch to Rivers. Swung on, driven deep to right field. That ball is going. It is gone. Mickey Rivers has just hit his 12th home run of the year, scoring Bucky Dent in front of him. And the Yankees now lead 7-0.
Okay, Bill White, a Getty Gunner for Mickey Rivers. And just like Reggie Jackson and Graig Nettles, Mickey Rivers will receive a set of gift certificates. Mickey Rivers with his 12th home run of the year, and Mickey's showing more power this year than ever before in his career.
69 runs batted in with 12 home runs. Here's White. Roy takes a curve that misses outside. Well, the Yankees going long ball against the Indians here in this third game of a 4-game series. Indians have yet to beat the Yankees here at Yankee Stadium this year. White bounces one towards second. As first baseman gets it, throws to Fitzmorris covering first base. They've got White, and the side is retired. Yankees pick up 2 more runs on 2 base hits, and at the end of 4, the Yankees lead the Indians 7-0.
Carlton rode General King, the even money favorite, to a quarter-length victory in the first division of the $50,000 chase, and came back 2 races later to guide another horse, 9-1 shot, to a 3/4-length victory in the second division.
Well, Fan Appreciation Day will be held here at Yankee Stadium on Saturday when the Yankees play the Detroit Tigers at 2 o'clock. And every fan will receive an all-purpose thermal mug as a gift from the Yankees.
All right, Frank, and Alfredo Griffin swings on the first pitch. Hits it in the shallow center. Mickey Rivers coming on. Makes the catch, and there's one away. Top of the 5th, and the Yankees leading Cleveland 7-0. That'll bring on Larvell Blanks, the third baseman. Blanks in the ballgame has struck out in single to right field. He's 1 for 2. A .280 hitter, a right-handed batter. First pitch to him. Called strike. So far, Gullett has given up 5 base hits, but he's been in control, mainly because of the 5-run first inning. The 1-strike pitch is high and away. It's 1-1. Yankees have 7 runs on 6 base hits. 3 of those 6 base hits, home runs. 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground slowly towards short. Charged by Dent. Quick throw the first. They've got Blanks. 2 out. Here's the second baseman, Dave Oliver, a left-handed hitter, 2 for 2 against Gullett. Oliver singled to left field. He singled to center field. He has 2 of the Tribe's 5 base hits. Yankees claim to hit toward left and shallow. White moving near the line in left field. Rivers is 3 or 4 steps over toward left center. Jackson playing straight away in right. Gap would be in right center field. Oliver takes the curve outside, ball 1. 2 men out, nobody on 5th inning. Gullett rocks and deals the 1-0 pitch. He's high with it. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the wind and the 2-0 pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on Dave Oliver. Gullett so far in the ballgame has walked just 1. That was Andre Thornton leading off the 4th inning. He's struck out 5 so far. 3-1 pitch is a called strike. 3-0 pitch is a called strike, and it's 3-1. On deck is Ron Pruitt, the right fielder. And the next pitch. Sliced foul into the seats down the left side. That'll be out of play. 3-2. This crowd should be between 14 and 20,000. Yankees expect to go over 2 million tomorrow. 3-2 pitch is low. Ball 4, and Oliver's on. Dave Oliver on at first base, 2 away. That'll bring on Ron Pruitt, the right fielder and the right-handed batter. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Fly to right, fly to center. Set by Gullett. And the pitch to Pruitt. Swung on it in the air to left. White started back. Now he comes in. He's got plenty of time. Under it. Makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left on base. At the end of 4 1/2, the Yankees 7, the Indians nothing.
Game moving right along. The Yankees really pulled out now with Mickey Rivers hitting one. Anybody in the club now, well, the Yankees can knock their ball out of the park. Just about everybody's hit at least 10 home. Toronto and Boston, we have 1-1 after 4, but Yastrzemski, as mentioned before by Frank Messer, hit a home run.
A new pitcher is on for the Cleveland Indians. Left-hander Sid Monge as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Sid Monge is making his 37th appearance of the year, all in relief. He has 1 win, 3 losses, 4 saves, and an earned run average of 5.11. In 49 innings, he has allowed 56 hits, walked 32, struck out 28, and given up 7 home runs. Al Fitzmorris went 4 innings, allowed 7 runs, 6 earned, 6 base hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So Monge is on to pitch to Thurman Munson, Reggie Jackson, and Chris Chambliss here in the bottom half of the 5th. Bill?
All right, Franklin. Munson so far in the ball game beat out a bunt and scored, and he's bounced to second. So Thurman is 1 for 2. He's batting at 301. That's one of his goals. The other one, of course, to drive in 100 runs. He has a total of 96 RBI. Munson takes high for Monge. Ball 1.
I think Thurman figured he had 97 in the first inning.
Well, I think he caught everybody by surprise. Caught Rivers by surprise at third base and the Indian infield. He lifts deep to left field. Going back is Bochte. That ball is gone. Thurman Munson has just hit his 18th home run of the year and driven in his 97th run. And the Yankees now lead 8-0.
And more Getty gift certificates will be going to Thurman Munson for his 18th Getty's Honor of the Year.
Well, Munson got all that when he hit it over the 387-foot mark in left center field to give the Yankees an 8-0 lead. And here's Jackson. He hit a grand slam home run off starter Al Fitzmorris in the first. Fitzmorris struck him out in the third. And the pitch is outside on Jackson, 1-0. Oh, Munson greeting Monge with a home run. High, 2 balls, no strikes on Jackson. Final game of this 3-game series tomorrow night here at 8 o'clock. Ed Figueroa for the Yankees, Wayne Garland for the Tribe. That ball's outside, 3-0 on Jackson. Those are the probables. Figueroa 16-10, Wayne Garland 12-19. Fastball is popped up left side. The shortstop, Griffin, going back on the grass. And he's under it, makes the catch. 1 away. Now, Wayne Garland last year, Frank Messer, with the Baltimore Orioles, won 20. This year, looks like he might lose 20.
It's entirely possible.
Chris Chambliss stands in. Chris batting at 290. 17 home runs, 89 runs batted in. And takes the strike.
It was just 1 year ago today that Wayne Garland won his 20th ball game for the Orioles.
The 1-strike pitch to Chambliss. Curve hit on the ground. Second baseman digs it out, bobbles the ball, and drops it out of the glove. And Chambliss is safe. Base hit. Dave Oliver caught up with that ball on the outfield grass, and as he tried to take it out, the ball popped out of his glove. No chance to get Chambliss. So Chris picks up his first base hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 3, and that'll bring on Graig Nettles. Nettles has homered and popped up. He's 1 for 2. Graig now just 1 home run behind the leader in the American League, Jim Rice. Rice has 38. Graig Nettles and Bobby Bonds of the California Angels, they each have 37. The Boomer, George Scott of the Boston Red Sox, has 33. Reggie Jackson has 32. Pitch to Nettles, drilled down the right field line. That's going to be in the corner. Base hit up against the wall. Chambliss around second, going to third. He's being waved in. And Nettles will hold at second base with a double as Chambliss scores. And the Yankees lead 9-0. So Nettles has just driven in his 104th run. And the Yankees on their way to a laugher here at Yankee Stadium.
That's why usually you see a ball game where a team jumps out with 5 runs in the first inning. Then things turn around the other way. I tell you, that's Fitzmorris. Then got the side in order for the next 2 innings. Retired actually 9 men in a row before Bucky Dent got a base hit and Rivers homered in the 4th. But very often you see that big number go up there in the first inning, and that's the way it stays, but not in this ball game.
Here's Piniella. Nettles down at second base, 1 away. Piniella is 0 for 2. He's fly deep to right and bounced to short. And he checks the swing on a pitch that broke inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Lou having a great year, batting at .334.
Like Lou might have hurt his left wrist checking that swing. That's tough to do. Start out with a full cut and then try to stop it.
But the best at doing that was Frank Robinson.
Very strong wrist.
For a very light bat.
I guess that would help, wouldn't it? Lighter bat would be easier to stop.
1-0 to Piniella. Swung on a missed pitch, 1-1. Nettles down at second base, 1 away. The Yankees leading Cleveland 9-0 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Sid Monty, the left-hander's at the belt. Checks Nettles off second. Still looking at him. Checks him again. Here's the 1-1 to Piniella. Curveball is inside, 2-1. Larvell Blanks is the third baseman. Alfredo Griffin, the shortstop. Dave Oliver playing second, and Andre Thornton playing first base. Bochte, Manning, and Pruitt in the outfield for the Indians. Outside with a fastball to Piniella, 3-1. On deck is Willie Randolph. Piniella backs out of the batter's box. Now he gets back in. Lou stands on the back line. Sort of closed stance. Here's a 3-1 pitch to him. Swung on it in the air to center field. After it's Manning still on the run. Makes the catch. Nettles tags at second. He'll go on to third. 2 outs. Graig Nettles now over at third base, and the batter's Willie Randolph. Randolph has singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2. Yankees scored 5 runs in the bottom of the first. They added 2 in the 4th. And they've got 2 here in the 5th as Randolph takes outside, ball 1. Monty winds, and the 1-0 pitch to Randolph. Curveball hangs high. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, I see Joe Pepitone over in the booth next door, Frank Lesser. 2-0 pitch to Randolph. Outside, ball 3.
Yeah, Joe had some pretty good years with the Yankees.
I think that's Pepitone.
Under all the hair.
3-0 pitch. Low ball for Randolph walk. I understand Joe's living out in San Diego.
Got a West Coast wig.
Got that series ring on his finger. A lot of those guys down there like to get one of those this year. Willie Randolph over at first base. Nettles over at third. 2 outs, and the batter's Bucky Dent. Bucky in the ball game has lined the left single to left. 1 for 2. He's also scored a run. Mongees, that's the belt. And the pitch to Dent. Swung on it in the air, right center after it to right field to Pruitt. And he's got it on the run side, is retired. Yankees pick up 2 more runs on 3 base hits. They leave 2 men on base. And at the end of 5, the Yankees lead Cleveland 9-0.
Ernie Lombardi, a 2-time National League batting champion whose colorful manner enlivened the baseball scene in the 1930s and 40s, will be buried Thursday in Oakland, California's Mountain View Cemetery. Lombardi, who died Monday night at his Santa Cruz home at the age of 69, reached stardom as a catcher with the Cincinnati Reds, also played for the old Boston Braves, New York Giants, and Brooklyn Dodgers. After quitting as a player, Lombardi, whose strong arm intimidated base runners and who good-naturedly accepted ribbing for his slowness of foot, remained a part of the game, running the press box for the San Francisco Giants for 6 years. Lombardi won his first batting title in 1938, hitting .342 with the Reds. He won his second crown in 1942 with a .330 average for the Braves. In his colorful 17-year Major League career, Lombardi had an overall batting average of .306 and hit 190 home runs. He also caught Johnny Vandermeer's unprecedented back-to-back no-hitters within a span of 4 days in 1938. Lombardi recalled years later, boy, was I bruised from going down to stop some of his pitches. A giant among catchers of his time, standing 6'3", weighing 230 pounds, Lombardi, a native of Oakland, could snap the ball to second base underhanded rather than making the conventional throw. He once fired the ball to first base during an exhibition game with Detroit and flattened the great Goose Geislin, who had gotten too close to the strong peg.
Top of the 6th, and Andy Thornton leads off against Don Gullett. The Yankees lead 9-0 over Cleveland. Thornton swings at that fork ball and doesn't get it. Strike 1. Andy's been up twice. He has struck out and walked, so he's been at bat officially just one time, 0 for 1. Yankees play him deep in the outfield. He's got a lot of power. Fastball popped up far right side. That'll be out of play. Chambliss can't get to it. It will take 15 seconds for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions Radio Network.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
SCN Canal Zone.
The next pitch is high to Thornton. 1-2. Gullett rocks the 1-2 pitch. Curveball called. Strike 3. Thornton caught looking. Sure must have been looking for something other than that curveball.
Well, there he was looking for the fastball and got the curveball. I'll tell you, Gullett has mixed his pitches up well.
That's the 6th strikeout for Gullett. That comes off the dozen he struck out in Toronto his last outing. So he's had good stuff the last 3 or 4 ball games. Here's Rico Carty, the designated hitter. He's bounced to third and got an infield hit. Carty's 1 for 2. Rico batting at .284 on the year with a try. Too high, ball 1. On deck is Bruce Bochte, the left fielder. Gullett in the windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball is right in there. It's 1-1. And the 1-1 delivery. Hit deep to left center field. White's after it, still going on the warning track, and he's got it on the run. Roy White with a long run in deep left center field. He caught up with that ball out by the gate, where that car comes out to bring in the relief pitcher. You can't hit a ball much further than that, Frank.
No, that's a home run any ballpark in the American League except Yankee Stadium. Roy got a good jump on it and just kept right on going.
There are 2 outs now. Here's Bruce Bochte. Bochte's been up twice against Gullett, struck out both times. Curveball is high, ball 1. Gullett right back. Fastball swung on and missed, 1-1. Yankees have a 9-0 lead over Cleveland. They continue their dominance of the Indians here at Yankee Stadium. Cleveland is 0-5 here at Yankee Stadium. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. A ball and 2 strikes on Bruce Bochte. The 1-2 pitch. Too high, 2-2. Bochte now batting at 302. Two pitch. Curve hit in the air to center field. Mickey Rivers right there, settling under the ball, and he's got it, and the side is retired. 3 up and 3 down. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Yankees 9, Cleveland nothing.
Well, the Yankees leading by a forfeit. Last time I recall 9-0 was the final game a few years ago, the final Major League game here in Washington. It was out at Kennedy Stadium, and the Senators with Frank Howard hit a home run. They came back on the steps. They kept bringing him back. And then the fans started coming onto the field while the Yankees were in the field. And the warning was up to get back in the stands or the game would be a forfeit. And continued on and on. And finally they called the game. And the fans continued to run around the field, taking the bags, digging up home plate. And the final score, of course, was the Yankees 9 and the Senators nothing. The Senators then moved on, of course, to Arlington, Texas, to become the Texas Rangers. Detroit relief pitcher John Hiller, who battled back the major leagues after suffering a heart attack 6 years ago, said Tuesday that he is suffering from an enlarged liver. Hiller, who set a major league record of 38 saves in 1973, said before the Tigers' 6-1 loss to Baltimore Tuesday night that a recent examination at Detroit's Henry Ford Hospital showed his liver was enlarged and not functioning properly. The operation I had after my heart attack put an extra strain on my liver, said the 34-year-old Hiller, who suffered a heart attack in January 1971. This season, Hiller had a disappointing record of 7-14 with an ERA of 3.68. Hiller said he will be examined again after the season ends, but has no plans to return to the University of Minnesota Hospital where he underwent the bypass surgery.
At the end of 7 innings at Fenway Park, it is now Toronto 3, Boston 2. That's at the end of 7, Bill.
All right, Frank, and Mickey Rivers takes the curveball and pulls it foul into the Yankee dugout. Bottom of the 6th here at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees lead Cleveland 9-0. Mickey's gotten on an errant score. He's grounded to second, and he's hit a two-run home run. His 12th home run of the year. Did that his last time up in the 4th inning. Curve line, base hit right field for Rivers. And he'll hold at first base. And Mickey waited on that curve well. Looked like he was looking for the breaking ball and just lined it to right field. Here's White. Yankees now have 10 base hits against Cleveland pitching. Roy is sacrificed. He's bounced to second and grounded out to first base. Pitch to White, line to center field. Manning got a late jump coming on and caught the ball. Rick Manning with a diving catch down by shoe top. He not only dove and caught that ball, but he had to backhand it to make the catch. And he gets ahead.
It was an outstanding play by Manning, and he came up after rolling over, showed the ball to the umpire. He cocked his arm to throw, hoping he might catch Rivers off first base.
Oh, Rick Manning makes a good catch for the Tribe in center field. That'll bring on Munson. Thurman Munson, the Yankee catcher, was single, bounced to second, and homered. Munson 2 for 3 in the ball game. He's got his batting average up now to 302. He needs 3 more runs batted in for an even 100. Takes inside, ball 1. Monge faced Munson as the first batter in the 5th inning. Monge coming on in the 5th to relieve starter Al Fitzmorris. And Munson drilled one over the 387-foot sign in left center field. Now Monge sets, checks Rivers, then backs off. Mickey has about a step and a half lead at first base. He's not going anywhere. Pitch to Munson, swung on and fouled off in the upper deck right side. 1 ball and 1 strike, and 1 out and 1 on. And the Yankees leading 9-0 in the bottom of the 6th. On deck is Reggie Jackson. Monge at the belt, the 1-1 to Munson. High, 2-1. Thurman backs out. He takes plenty of time. Now he steps back in. Manji. Set. 2-1 pitch. High ball 3. 3-1. Blanks guarding the line at third base. He thinks Munson will pull the ball. 3-1 pitch. Swung on deep to left field. Going back is Bochte. Still going. And it's over his head. Rivers around second. Digging for third. Around third base. He'll score. And Munson will hold at second base with a double, and the Yankees now lead 10-0.
Thurman Munson now has his 98th run batted in. Drawing ever closer. He just is cranking up and swinging the bat right now.
Yes, he is. Well, he can smell that 100. So Rivers scoring from first base on a double by Munson. That'll bring on Reggie Jackson. Reggie's hit a grand slam home run. He has struck out, and he's popped to short. 1 for 3. Jackson now has 109 runs batted in. And Manning, the center fielder, now running over toward right center a bit. Shades about 4 steps that way for Jackson. Pitch to Reggie. Fastball is low. On deck, Chris Chambliss. Yankees 10 runs on 11 hits. The Indians no runs on 5 base hits. The 1-0. Swung on a miss. It's 1-1. Looks like we're going to get a pinch runner for Munson. Del Alston going out, and he will run for Munson. I don't think Munson wants to come out. He wants another at-bat.
Yes, he'd like to have another at-bat, and it would be possible for him to get one, but not now.
And he gets a standing ovation as he comes off, Frank. So Del Alston in the ball game, running for Thurman Munson. Munson will get a 3-inning rest here against Cleveland. He had a good night. 1-1 to Jackson. Low. 2-1.
Comes a little tough on a manager to make decisions like that. He knows his individual players have goals set, but he also knows he's got to win ball games. He's got to win the playoffs. He's got to get into the World Series, so he'll try to rest as many regulars as possible when he can.
Swung on a miss by Jackson. It's 2-2. Well, there's a possibility here that Munson might not get another at-bat anyway. The Yankees have the 7th and the 8th innings in which to hit. Of course, should they keep this lead, they wouldn't bat in the 9th, so Munson might not have gotten another shot at bat it anyway. Grounded to second on a broken batter. Up with it is Oliver. Throws on to Thornton. They've got Jackson, and moving to third now is Alston. 2 out. Manji jammed Jackson with the ball tailed in on his fist. Jackson broke his bat and bounced it out 4-3. Here's Chris Chambliss. That slide to left. He has lined to center field, and he's gotten an infield hit. Chris is 1 for 3. Chambliss takes the strike on the outside corner. Graig Nettles on deck. The ball game has been all Yankees from the first inning on. 1-strike pitch. Sidearm fastball is a called strike. 1-1. Check that. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 on Chambliss. Manji with the 0-2 delivery. Curveball just misses outside. Chris started to go but held up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, inside, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 delivery to Chambliss. Fastball is swung on and missed. Chambliss goes down swinging and the side is retired. The Yankees pick up another run on 2 base hits to leave a man on base. And at the end of 6, it's the Yankees 10, the Cleveland Indians nothing.
A pro football note, Redskins coach George Allen in his second unexpected personnel move in 2 weeks. On Tuesday, reactivated 12-year veteran safety man Brig Owens when he cut 2 weeks ago to make room on their 45-man protected list. the Redskins waived former Canadian Football League linebacker Joe Harris. Owens, the Redskins' all-time leader in interceptions, rejoined the club for Tuesday's practice at Redskin Park, 8 days after Allen reactivated 13-year veteran tight end Jerry Smith. Smith and Owens were waived the same day. Allen explained that reacquiring Owens was my decision, saying he's a leader and a good team player. We hope he can help us. Another developments Tuesday, linebacker and defensive signal caller Chris Hamburger practiced for the first time since September 1st. He missed 4 games, 2 preseason and 2 regular season, recovering from an operation. Cornerback Pat Fisher, who played 82 games Sunday in his first game after sitting out several weeks with a pinched back nerve, was excused from practice early when he complained of tiredness. Another note in sports, Brigham Young, with Division I passing leader Gifford Nielsen at the controls, remains the NCAA's total offense leader this week, with an average of 541 yards per game. The Cougars rank first in team passing, with Nielsen contributing an average of 399 yards to the offense in Brigham Young's 2 games. The Cougars also rank second in scoring offense with 104 points.
Oh, got a new right fielder for the Yankees as we play the 7th inning. Paul Blair goes out to play right field, and Cliff Johnson will come in and catch, giving Thurman Munson a rest. Del Olson had gone in and ran for Thurman Munson. So Johnson will be behind the plate, and Blair out in right field, and behind the mic, here's Frank Metzer.
Okay, Bill White, thank you very much. And at the end of 6, the Yankees 10 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. The Indians no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Fred Kendall will be the leadoff batter against Don Gullett. Then Rick Manning and Alfredo Griffin, the lower third of the batting order. Gullett has struck out 6. He has walked 2. All 5 hits he has given up have been singles. Fred Kendall, the right-hand batter, is 1 for 2. The windup by Gullett and the pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Roy White started back, now coming in. He's there, and he's got it. 1 away. The only real threat for the Indians in the ballgame was in the 4th inning when they had the bases loaded with 1 out. But Rick Manning grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Good scoop by Chris Chambliss over at first base to end the double play. That was the only problem for Gullett so far in the ballgame. Manning is lined to right and grounded into the aforementioned double play. Left-hand batter, and a breaking ball is inside. Ball 1. Gullett working quickly. Fastball bounced to the right side. Chambliss claims this one, flips to Gullett covering, and plenty of time to get Manning. 2 out. This Friday night, the Yankees will commemorate the 50th anniversary of Babe Ruth's 60th home run. To mark the occasion, the 1977 International Babe Ruth League champions from Brooklyn, New York, will receive an award from the Babe Ruth Foundation. That will be this Friday night here at Yankee Stadium. First pitch to Alfredo Griffin is taken inside. Ball 1. Griffin is struck out and fly to center field. This pitch is outside. Griffin is always a threat to lay the bunt down for the base hit. So Nettles is hanging loose at third. He's in just about half a step off the infield grass. The pitch to him, taken low. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. The outfield bunches with the right fielder Blair very shallow on Alfredo Griffin. 3-0 delivery. Fastball in the dirt, bounces off the foot of the plate umpire Nestor Shylock, and Griffin draws a walk. That is the 3rd walk given up by Gullett. So the Indians have a man on with 2 gone, and Larvell Blanks, the 3rd baseman, steps in. The Indians lost their regular 3rd baseman and a very good one when Buddy Bell was injured about a month ago and is out for the rest of the year with a knee problem. And they put Paul Dade at 3rd base. And Dade was hurt. Not at 3rd. He was hurt playing the outfield. Pitch to Blanks is high. So the Indians have a lot of people hurt. Dade through for the rest of the year. Bell, Wayne Kuiper probably out for the rest of the year. Jim Kern is injured. Fine relief pitcher. Gullett comes set. And the pitch. High. 6 pitches out of the strike zone, and Cliff Johnson now goes out to the mound to talk to Gullett. At the end of 6 innings, it's Baltimore 2 and Detroit 2. Baltimore 2, Detroit 2 at the end of 6. In the 8th inning at Boston, the Blue Jays were leading 3-2. Blanks is 1 for 3. Struck out, single to right, and grounded out to Bucky Dent at short. Then shades him over in the hole. The outfield is spread. The pitch coming. Strike call. 2-1. The on-deck batter is Dave Oliver. The Yankees lead 10-0 here in the top half of the 7th inning at Yankee Stadium. Chambliss plays behind Griffin at first, and the pitch is swung on and missed 2-2. The Yankees scored 5 times in the first inning, highlighted by Reggie Jackson's 4th career Grand Slam home run. The Yankees have never been headed. 2-2 deal. Popped up foul coming back. That'll be out of play on the screen. Count holds 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, Ed Figueroa will pitch for the Yankees, and Wayne Garland will be on the mound for the Cleveland Indians. Figueroa has won 16 and lost 10. This pitch is hit in the air to right field. Paul Blair is after it near the right field corner. He has room, makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and a man left at the end of 6 1/2 to score. The Yankees 10, the Indians nothing.
Mark Lemongello hurled a 6-hitter tonight, recorded his 5th complete game of the year to lead the Houston Astros to a 2-1 victory over the Atlanta Braves. The Braves have now lost 99 games, and they have 3 to go, so it's a good chance they will lose 100. Lemongello struck out 3, walked 1 to boost his record to 9-14. Houston scored their first run in the 4th inning off starter and loser Dick Roosman, who's now 7-13. Julio Gonzalez reached an error by Roosman, stole second, scored on Cesar Cedeno's single to center. The Astros grabbed the 2-0 lead in the 5th inning, and then that was it. Final score was 2-1, Houston over Atlanta. Toronto and Boston after 6. Red Sox 2, Blue Jays 1. Howell, home run for Toronto to 6, nobody on. Yastrzemski, Red Sox, also in the 6th, so nobody on. Jefferson for Toronto and Lee for the Red Sox. After 3, we have nothing more than that on the Tigers and Orioles. 1-1. Wilcox opposing Palmer. We should have something soon. If you're interested, California at Milwaukee and Seattle at Texas. Later on the West Coast, Kansas City at Oakland. Nothing on Atlanta, nothing on the Mets and Pittsburgh in the National League, or San Diego and Cincinnati and Montreal at St. Louis. There's one later game, late game in the National League. That will be San Francisco at Los Angeles. Now back to Frank Messer at Yankee Stadium.
Larry Anderson, a right-hander, is on to pitch for Cleveland. As we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning, Sid Monge worked 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, 5 hits, walked 1 and struck out 1. So now Larry Anderson, the 3rd pitcher used by manager Jeff Torborg. Al Fitzmorris started. He pitched 4 innings, allowed 7 runs, 6 earned on 6 hits. And Monge gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. And we'll take a look at Larry Anderson's record for you. He is making only his 10th appearance, all in relief. He has no one-loss record, no saves. In 12 innings, he has allowed 4 earned runs, walked 8, struck out 7. First man he works to will be Graig Nettles. Nettles has homered and doubled, driven in 2 runs. The home run was Graig's 37th. The 2 RBIs give him 104 for the year. The Yankees have had 4 home runs in the ball game. Reggie Jackson's 32nd, Nettles 37th, Thurman Munson's 18th, and Mickey Rivers 12th. First pitch from Anderson, low fastball, ball 1. Anderson, big, tall right-hander, offers Nettles swings and misses. Larry Anderson, 6'3", 180. 24 years old. 1-1 pitch. Line to deep right center field. Back goes Manning. And he makes the catch a step from the wall. Outstanding catch by the center fielder, Rick Manning. He caught the ball on the dead run, swerved and brushed the wall and held on. Second outstanding catch by Manning in the ball game. Made a great play on Roy White in the 6th inning. So there's one out here in the 7th, and the batter, Lou Piniella. Lou is 0 for 3. The Red Sox are batting in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Toronto leads 3-2. Anderson pitched to Piniella, nubbed off the end of the bat down the first base line. The pitcher has it, waits, and tags Piniella out. Larry Anderson going over to field the ball just inside the foul line. Tags Piniella, and Piniella drop kicks his helmet toward the Yankee dugout. Score the play, 1 unassisted. 2 down, and Willie Randolph is the batter. Randolph had a base hit off the foot of Al Fitzmorris, the starting pitcher in the 1st inning. Since then, he has struck out and walked. Right-hand batter, and the pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Well, if the Yankees hold on and win this one, and if Toronto beats Boston, that magic number would come down to 1. Toronto and Boston play tomorrow, an afternoon ball game. 2 balls and no strikes to Randolph. The Yankees lead 10-zip. Willie fouls the fastball off in the seats down the right field line. 2 balls and a strike. Anderson takes the sign from Kendall. Sidearm pitch is hit in the air to right center field. Manning is digging for this one. The center fielder is there again and makes the catch in the gap in right center. And the Yankees go down in order. At the end of 7, the score is New York 10 and Cleveland nothing.
Checking our baseball scoreboard, Ken Macca atoned for a first-inning error by singling home Al Oliver with a tie-breaking run in the 6th inning. It gave the Pittsburgh Pirates a 3-2 victory over the New York Mets. Oliver opened the Bucks 6th with a double to right center field off starter and loser Craig Swan, 9-10, after Ed Ott popped up. Macca, whose first-inning error set up the Mets' first run, then singled to right field. In the American League, after 1 inning of play, California won. Milwaukee won. Von Joshua of Milwaukee hit a home run in the first with none on. His 9th home run of the season. Again, some finals. Houston 2, Atlanta 1, and the Phils beat the Cubs in the afternoon by a score of 5-2. After 6, Cincinnati leading San Diego 6-0, and George Foster, the Major League's leading home run hitter for the Reds, hit a home run in the 5th with none on, his 52nd of the year. Foster of the Reds, his 52nd home run. After 3, the Cardinals lead the Expos. Score is 3-0. Checking other little bits of information here. The Milwaukee Bucks said Wednesday that backup center John Giannelli will be sidelined for a week with a bad back and will miss the first 3 preseason games. Giannelli, 27, was acquired in the offseason from the Buffalo Braves and is the second player sidelined this week with lower back pain.
The Toronto Blue Jays have defeated the Boston Red Sox 3-2. That's the final score at Fenway Park. Toronto 3, Boston 2, a final score. Here we go to the 8th inning, and Ken Clay comes on to pitch for the Yankees. Don Gullett went 7 innings, allowed no runs, 5 hits. Gullett walked 3 men, and he struck out 6. So Ken Clay, a right-hander, will pitch to the Cleveland Indians here in the 8th. Dave Oliver leads off. He's been on base 3 times tonight, 2 singles and a walk. And he takes the pitch over, strike 1 called. A fastball from Kenny Clay. Right-hander offers again, low fastball, makes it 1-1. Ken Clay has won 2, lost 3, saved 1, and pitches to an earned run average of 4.78. Pitch is low and in, 2 balls and a strike. to Dave Oliver. Ron Pruitt is on deck, and then Andre Thornton here in the 8th inning. Cliff Johnson goes out and talks to the pitcher. We tell you again that Toronto has defeated Boston 3-2. That's the final. Down in Baltimore, they're in the 9th inning. Detroit 2, Baltimore 2 in the 9th. Play works. Pitch is grounded to first. Short hop by Chambliss. He steps on the bag unassisted. 1 down. We pause for station identification on the New York Yankee Home of Champions radio network.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
Ron Pruitt, the right fielder, a right-hand batter, takes a low fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Play into the wind, and the pitch. Low, ball 2. And now Art Fowler, one of the Yankee pitching coaches, will go out to the mound. Well, I couldn't help but be interested in some Boston Red Sox player quotes passed along by the Associated Press. And one of the fine ones was from Red Sox veteran Carl Yastrzemski, the team captain, who said, and we quote, "Nobody on this club has any reason to look down. We've had a great September, but the Yankees just had a better one." Well, the Red Sox have had a great September. They've won 20 and lost 8, including tonight's loss. Quoting Yastrzemski further, "I wouldn't mind losing a pennant like this because we didn't lose it. The other team is winning it. We just have to take our hats off to the Yankees. They've done what they had to do to be ahead of us." So says Carl Yastrzemski, one of the fine gentlemen and great ball players of our time. The count goes 2-1 here on Ronnie Pruitt. Play offers again. High. Bounces out of the mitt of Cliff Johnson. Three balls and a strike. 1 out. Yankees lead 10-0. Pitch is grounded foul outside of third past Joe Nosek, the third base coach. Three and 2 count. Pruitt looking for his first hit tonight. Bounces this one to third. Nettles has it on the second hop. Fluid motion throw to first, 2 down. And now the first baseman, Andre Thornton. Thornton is the power man in this ball club. Tonight he has struck out twice and walked. Came into the game with 28 home runs and 70 runs batted in. He now has a .268 batting average. Right-hand hitter. Clay is ready to work, and the right-hander's first pitch, a slider low and away. Strike called. Well, if the Yankees hold on and win this one, they could wrap it up before they even come to the ballpark tomorrow if Toronto should beat Boston tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, tomorrow night could be it. Ed Figueroa pitches against Wayne Garland. One ball, one strike to count, 2 outs. The base is empty. Clay rocks and offers. The pitch is hit in the air to right field. Paul Blair moving after it to his left. He's there, makes the catch, and the side is retired in order. At the end of 7.5, the score. New York 10 and Cleveland nothing.
Muhammad Ali, who has defended the heavyweight championship more often than any fighter except Joe Louis, puts his title on the line for the 19th time Thursday night. The challenger is 4th-ranked Ernie Shavers, owner of the best knockout record in boxing history. The 15-rounder from New York's Madison Square Garden will be nationally televised. Ali, 35 years old, and a little heavy at 225 pounds, the prohibitive favorite, despite the 33-year-old Shavers' record of 52 knockouts and 54 victories. Odds makers have not even posted odds on the fight, and little money is being wagered anywhere. Several factors figure into the one-sidedness of opinion. Shavers is much slower than Ali, and 2 inches shorter, making him an easy target for Ali's swift jabs. Shavers, who tends to drop his hands, has been knocked out 3 times and was nearly KO'd in at least 3 other fights before pulling out knockout victories with his deadly right hand. Ali has never been knocked out in the heavyweight championship, has not been won on decision in some 42 years.
The fan attendance here at Yankee Stadium tonight is 18,430, and the Yankees will pass the 2 million mark at home tomorrow night. They need 9,733, and the advance sale for tomorrow night's ball game against the Cleveland Indians is more than that. So the Yankees are assured of drawing their 2 millionth fan at home tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, the Yankees will become one of 3 teams, the 1966 Dodgers, this year's Cincinnati Reds, and themselves, to draw 2 million at home and on the road in the same year. Willie Randolph leads off. Bucky Dent leads off the bottom half of the 8th. Willie Randolph flied out to end the 7th. Dent is 1 for 3, and he scored a run. Right-hand hitter takes the strike. Larry Anderson rocks, deals again, up high. One and one the count. Anderson hoppers. 1 hopper. Hit to the second baseman off his glove. Oliver could not play the ball. It bounces on through to right field off his glove. And Dent is on. That will be a base hit for Bucky Dent. The first hit off Anderson. And the Yankees... Oh, I thought I heard him say base hit. Now the scoreboard flashes an error, so I beg your pardon. An error will be charged to Dave Oliver. I misinterpreted the announcement on the PA system, which is just a little bit low here in our broadcast booth. Mickey Rivers steps in. Mick is 2 for 4. Lines one toward left, slicing foul. Rivers reached on an error by the third baseman Blanks in the first inning. That opened the doors to 5 Yankee runs. Mickey grounded out in the second. He hit a 2-run homer in the fourth. And he singled and scored another run in the 6th. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, the New York Yankees and WPIX Television have announced that they will televise tomorrow night's game with the Cleveland Indians, and they will continue to televise the remainder of the Yankee games until the issue is settled of whether or not the Yankees win the Eastern Division pennant. The games have been added for the fans of New York, so they can all have a chance to see this exciting pennant race wind down to a conclusion. A ball and 2 strikes on Rivers. Anderson drops the hands and pitches. Rivers hits a ground ball towards second base. Oliver is up, goes to the shortstop Griffin for the force. No throw back to first. That is out 4-6. Rivers is on the force play, and the batter will be Roy White. And of course, as we said, Toronto and Boston play tomorrow afternoon at 2:30, and when the Yankees get to the ballpark tomorrow night, it could already be decided. Roy White is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice after a sacrifice in the first inning and scored a run. Pitched on his low and away. He's grounded out to second, grounded out to first, and robbed of a base hit on a nice catch by the center fielder Manning. Cliff Johnson is on deck. Rivers at first. Roy bounces one toward the second baseman. Oliver charges, flips to first in time to get White. Mickey Rivers goes to second on the play. So Cliff Johnson will have a chance to bat. Johnson will be up for his first time in the ball game. Cliff is hitting .302, 12 home runs as a Yankee, 22 homers on the year. Strong right-hand batter. Paul Blair is on deck. Rivers at second, 2 outs. The Yankees lead 10-0. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. The Set by Anderson. He kicks and deals. Swing and a miss by Johnson. He was going for the down. One delivery. Foul back toward the upper deck. Ed Figueroa tomorrow night for the Yankees, an 8 o'clock ball game. Wayne Garland for Cleveland. The stretch by Anderson. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. No runs, no hits, and there and a man left. End of 8. The score, New York 10 and Cleveland nothing.
See, if the Philadelphia Phils make it to the World Series, the National Football League Philadelphia Eagles will make a change in their home schedule. The Eagles are scheduled to host the St. Louis Cardinals at Veterans Stadium on October 16th. That's the same day the National League champions are scheduled to host the American League winners in the World Series. If the Phils win the playoffs against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the October 16th game between the Eagles and Cardinals will be shifted to Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The rematch on Sunday, November 20th, would be played in Philadelphia. Former President Gerald Ford completed his golfing year in a Pro-Am event Wednesday. Said he'd like to come back in 1978. Ford shot a 92 Wednesday at Napa, California, leading up to the opening round of the $200,000 Busch Classic, and he said he was delighted with the round. Ford said, "I had 6 birdies. It was a lot better than 9 months ago." The former president began his 7-event personal tour January 21st, the day after he left the White House, and said he hoped to play in more events next year. Ford said, "It has been a great experience to me, and now that I am playing better, I hope to continue." Well, Yankees, as was mentioned a moment ago, will make it magic number 1. Looks like they'll do it that way. The Red Sox have already lost to Toronto 3-2.
Rico Carty leads off the top half of the 9th inning. In the bottom half of the 10th inning down in Baltimore, the Orioles and the Tigers are tied 2-2. If the Yankees win this ball game, they're leading 10-0. Of course, Baltimore is eliminated. We'll tell you again that Boston and Toronto play a 2:30 game tomorrow afternoon. And if Toronto wins that, Boston would be eliminated. Boston wins tomorrow afternoon. The Yankees win tomorrow night. Red Sox would still be eliminated. But anyway, that is in the future. Right now, we go to the 9th inning here. Carty is 1 for 3. Right-hand batter takes a strike from Ken Clay. Gullett went 7 strong innings. He allowed 5 hits, struck out 6. Pitch is low, and the count 1-1. Clay got the start in order in the 8th. As Billy Martin begins resting his regulars, setting up his pitching rotation for postseason play. 1-1 delivery. Hit in the air to right field. Blair is coming on. Waits under it. He's got it, 1 out. And now Bruce Bochte. Bochte's probably glad to see a right-hander out there on the mound. He struck out twice and flied to center field against Gullett. Left-hand hitter batting .301. First pitch, strike call. Jim Norris is on deck. He'll bat for Fred Kendall. Kenny Clay winds, and the 0-1 pitch. Inside. They've completed 10 innings in Baltimore. They're tied 2-2. Jim Palmer is still pitching for the Orioles in quest of his 20th win of the year. The 1-1 delivery. Outside. As we mentioned, if the Yankees win this ball game, the Orioles are eliminated. The Red Sox lost their ball game to Toronto 3-2 at Fenway Park. 2-1 pitch is coming. Low and outside. Ball 3. Yankees lead 10-0. Clay rocks and offers. Pitch is lined out toward left field, and it's caught by Roy White. 2 down. 2 outs, nobody on. And Jim Norris now will bat for Fred Kendall. Norris is a left-hand hitter. Jim Norris is hitting .269, 2 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Left-hand batter. Clay winds, the kick and the pitch. Low, ball 1. One-0 delivery. Up high. 2 balls and no strikes. Yankees in front, 10-0. 2 outs here in the 9th. Nobody on. There's a strike knee high, 2-1. Rick Manning is on deck. Ken Clay trying to nail it down for Don Gullett. Right-hander's pitch. Fastball is low. Ball 3. Yankee attack tonight. 4 home runs among their 11 hits, including a grand slam homer by Reggie Jackson. 3-1 deal. Strike call, 3-2. Clay came in with a fastball. Payoff pitch. Foul straight back. Tomorrow night's game will be televised as well as broadcast on the Yankee Almost Champions Network starting at 8 o'clock. Ed Figueroa and Wayne Garland. The payoff pitch. Foul back again. Crowd tonight, 18,430. The Yankees will pass the 2 million mark tomorrow night. They need 9,733, and the advance sale is more than that for the ball game. 3-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 4, and the Indians are still alive. Norris draws a walk, the first given up by Clay, and the first base runner against Kenny Clay. The batter will be Rick Manning, who is lined to right, grounded into a double play, and grounded out to Chambliss at first. Manning was up in the 4th inning with the bases loaded and 1 out, the only genuine threat the Indians have had all night. And he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Left-hand hitter. Play comes set. Chambliss is guarding the line, not holding the runner, and a fastball is low and inside, backhanded by Cliff Johnson. Ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Low, ball 2. Well, we're happy to note today that Oakland A's owner Charlie Finley has been released from a Chicago hospital 12 days after he underwent open-heart surgery to correct a coronary blockage. Two balls and no strikes. Down low, it's ball 3. So the Yankees, tomorrow night, could clinch the division title. And I know a lot of fans would like to be on hand for the clinching. No, not lynching, clinching. Tomorrow night, 3-0 pitch. Down low, it's ball 4. Tickets are available and will be here at Yankee Stadium all day tomorrow. Art Fowler, the pitching coach, comes out. The Red Sox lost tonight. When the Yankees get the final out here in the 9th inning, the magic number will be 1. And that 1 could be a Yankee win tomorrow night, an 8 o'clock ball game here at Yankee Stadium. You know, there's nothing quite like being on hand in person for a ball game like that. You know, a lot of folks have sort of been laying back waiting A lot of people I've talked to have seen many ball games this year with the Yankees. Say, now we want to see that division clinching ball game. When do you think it's going to be? Well, I can tell you now when I think it's going to be, and that'll be tomorrow night. So we'll look for you. Ed Figueroa will have the honors for the Yankees. Wayne Garland will pitch for Cleveland. Pitch coming, low and inside to Alfredo Griffin. Ken Clay just can't find the strike zone. All he's got to do is get the ball over the plate, and he can't seem to do it. He got the first two men and then walked two, Norris and Manning. Next pitch, there's a strike on the inside corner, knee high. They play Griffin very shallow and around toward the left side. They don't feel he'll pull the ball at all. 1-1 pitch. Foul back. Got him in on the hand. A ball and 2 strikes. The Yankees clinched their title last year in Detroit. Fans not able to see them do it, but they'll clinch it at home this year and very possibly tomorrow night. Ball is hit in the air to center field. Rivers chasing. He is there, makes the catch. The ball game is over, and the Yankees win the ball game by a score of 10-0 for their 99th win of the year.
Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000